province, and I can't declare war. Oh, I can? I thought you couldn't do that if you were at war with the Emperor. Ha 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 ha! Okay, is everybody else involved in the war, curiously? Brandenburg is... Brandenburg, Cologne, Trier, Palatinate, the other Trier, and Munster. Interesting. That's a huge ask. I'm not sure I'd be able to pull that off. Just fun CB them. The thing about these guys is I can't separate piece out anyone in the coalition, so it's unlikely I'll be able to conclude it at a reasonable rate. Which kind of blows for me. It took a while to get here. Let's celebrate by sinking their fleet. And then skedaddle back home. I think if I piled everything I had into here, they would not be able to resist me. But I'd rather split up their forces a bit more. That battle, if I lost it, would be exceedingly costly. When is GB useful? Well, I'd like to think that they're patrolling the seas. Well, I said I like to think that. I mean, it doesn't mean it's happening. I just hope they don't know more about what's out there. War score from battles is good enough to start ticking, though. That's good. Can we see any British involvement here? No. Alright, they're just being typical Brits. And they're being occupied as well. Typical Brits. Alright, down you go. And... don't mind me. I'm just gonna try to nab you if I can. I mean, I'd like to. It doesn't mean it's gonna happen. So I don't even need to occupy Austria. They're not the Emperor, nor are they an elector. Ah, Jalsha has had some nice happy people shipped off there, and the amount of Portuguese in my realm dwindles ever further. The other two are being enriched the old-fashioned way. So I turn around and say, who's going next? I still want to do it from Barcelona, but they have a couple years of separatism on their plate. So how about more Castilians? Medina Salim? Oh, we haven't done any Lyonnais. But they have separatism because I let their rebels run amok for a while. Yeah, quite a bit. Alright then, Madinat Salim are heading over here. Castilians from... off you trot. I don't like the progress they're getting there on Roussillon, but I don't like having to fight a huge battle over it. I do like getting war score from sea battles though, it's pretty much a freebie. Also, what do you think you're doing, Siena? Oh, I'm coming for you. Iberia is so nice for defending, it's unreal. Treviso on the 20th, it's hilly. Which I'm not a big fan of. But if they go in for Friuli, sure it's also hilly. But that looks like a battle that'll be mine. Very much mine. Alright, you go for that. You get locked in for that. And I'm coming to kill you. I think they'll have the advantage. I'm actually not 100% sure on that one, but I think they'll have the advantage. Because although this is a friendly fort for me, they're not in the war. Huh, he wants to come and get me. How cute. Quaint. Yeah, I ate the penalty there, but I like to think I'm that much better than these scrubs that they're all gonna die. The massive amount of cannons I had in the back row kind of sealed the deal on that one. And let's... ooh, that is very undefended. Let's get back over to Barcelona. The main reason I went over there was not to do any strategic occupations. It was purely to grab some war score from battles that don't have all these people that can reinforce at the drop of a hat. Curiously, how much money are you willing to give me? That's not a whole lot, but it's something worth fighting for. I can't separate piece anybody in this war, can I? Nope. Admin power is nice, but my money is strictly... Oh, well, I wouldn't mind a bit more money. Is there anything worth taking at this point? Kind of, yes. Let's make it so. And now I can force march my way around there, which is exquisite. And then we shall get a bit of dosh, because I need a bit of dosh. I like the manpower that it gives me, but dosh is always useful to me. So 18 from 15 battles. The only battles that have been lost are naval battles of my allies, which is good. Except I think Tunis is going off to die, which is not good. It's alright, we just got to make it back and then some. I think, if I time this well, I could crush everybody here. If I just throw in everybody at once, I'll kick them out of Roussillon and reset that everything on the siege. Because they got 6 progress as well as a breach, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It's risky though. They have a lot of reinforcements that they can throw in. Harsh life on it. Well, goodbye sailors, but we're not struggling on that front. These guys are a bit beaten up actually. How about we hold off for a little bit so you can get reinforced a touch? So it's not really the province for reinforcing you though, is it? Oh yeah, look at the amount they can throw. It would be a costly battle however you cut it. But it's a bit tempting for me to throw my units around here and pick off any that are hanging around. How is his morale this high? Well, I got a lot of things going for me. Let's analyze that for a second there. Military army tradition is through the roof for one. Here we go. Defender of the Faith, traditions, military drill, power projection, army tradition, prestige. So come one, come all, I will destroy you. Gives my units that staying power that they kind of need. I wouldn't mind having full row of artillery at this point, but manpower is rough. But it would make one hell of a difference in the big fight that I'm almost certainly about to have. Come with this 29, I need 9 more cannons to make that a reality. But if anybody in my enemies have tech 16, which they don't appear to, they're going to increase that by another 2. Still, although this hurts my money and manpower, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, let's not do it there, that's far too risky. Nice other thing, I have national defense on all provinces in my culture group. Yeah. Accepted isn't enough, it needs to be culture group. It's only hills, but I reckon I could, would and should take them in Roussillon. I just want to be at full strength for it and completely ruin their day. Come on, Foix, try to see the funny side in all of this. Oh, I think they are trying. How high is your professionalism? Yeah, 3%. Sure, I could hire a couple of generals. I won't just yet, though. Actually, Kathkiri is long overdue some retirement, right? But they have the awesome artillery stuff going on, and MTSC2 is still really good. Why don't we try our luck with somebody else? No, I want to save up Mill for the next tech. We'll hold off for now. MTSC2 is still amazing at what they do. This is already good, but taking less damage in the shock phase is also amazing. Blobhemia out of the coal, out of truce is another problem. Damn, that is a lot of units that are going to reinforce. I can't blow them all away that fast. Whereas if I let them into the country a bit, I'd have a better run. But I do want to show them that Roussillon is a strong part of our nation. We can't just let it fall. What are the attrition losses for the coalition? It's already pretty rough. 35,000, 10 times what I've lost. Ah, another happy bunch have been shipped off the Majrit, whatever that's meant to be. They've been dealt with. I wanted to send off the Bladu Walids as well, so I will. Bladu Walid, go. Wait, what? Oh, that's my guy. That's fine then. Bladu Walids. They are Castilian, right? That's you guys. Off you trot. Have a good one. And also, I do have a spare merchant now because my colony grew enough. The question is what to do with him. I don't have a lot of power outside of Sevilla. I'm already taking Ivory Coast and Timbuktu. I could collect or transfer from Safi. I think I'll transfer to get the maximum dosh out of it. They're getting far too much progress here. The thing is, they outnumber me massively, which is a problem. And they can keep pouring in so many reinforcements because that battle's going to go on for ages. I do not have that luxury. What I'll do is I'll get my cannons over here, all 9 that I created, and I still have a chunk of force limit to go, and I do have access to dosh. So I'm going to make an emergency stack of reinforcement mercs. Good heavens, they are expensive, aren't they? Well, let's just make a nice little 20 stack of mercs. Just call it 20 mercs. And say, get ready for battle. It's not the smart thing to do to fight them in Ruslan. The smart thing is to fight them in even better territory. And they should have themselves more split up in enemy territory here for them. But I can't dare the idea of them taking... wait, it's at 7%? That's not good. Well, let's pray that 7% doesn't fall and then jump on them accordingly. I mean, what are the odds that 7% falls, right? Still, Defender's Desert is no joke. Need all those cannons over here, hombre. We gotta attack with cannons first and foremost. This isn't even force limit of our mercs. Let's get those in first. Mercs should be eating the brunt of the damage here. How many days left? A month. Alright, that should be enough time for you guys to get over there. Not really. Not really, not really. Get a bit faster. Kefkiri will sort you out there. Get you there on the 10th, and then we march on in, which will only take another few days. You guys also need to be part of that. Nah, cannons first, Ken. And again, the AI is losing a healthy amount to attrition. It's not to say I'm not, though. Come on, won't hold out that much longer. Get your rears in gears, and let's try and take this back for ourselves. You guys can get involved as well. You folks are just going to hold off as strategic reserve. And let's see what comes of this. This will be a big battle if they do reinforce, and I dare say they will. I dare say they will. Oh, come on, guys! Don't just hand this to me. What? Okay, you know what? If that's how they want to slice it, let's get busy. This could be a bit silly of me, but whatever. We need to show them what's what. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. As if that's a blockade. Get your ass away from me. Just realized that they're dealing with the angriest Moors they've ever seen. Oh, look look, where they're going straight into my mountainous fort. Well, 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 said the spider to the smaller spider. They might be interested in the fight in Armagnac. It's in the woods, after all. Yeah, I think they are. I shouldn't get too cocky here, but can't escape the cockiness. I was born to be cocky. Welcome to die, friends. This is also woodlands. You're out of there in the 14th, 15th. I'm there 16th. You guys are getting in as well. But what would be even cooler is if I caught half of you here in Bern. Or caught you in Toulouse. That's hilly though. Just kill everyone we can, right? It's a shame it's not my defensive advantage here, because I put my subject on scootage, but I can still kill plenty. How much war score did I get in that previous fight anyway? I'd like to think a fair chunk. It was probably that... no, it was in Roussillon. Ha! Not as much as I would like. Alright, let some of you go, and the rest just die, and especially those who decided to set foot in my fort. Kersplat, and we'll just essentially do the rounds here. Bad on attrition, sure, but just simply sucks to be them. Oh yeah, wait, what? 29? I thought I had 29 cannons here. What? 6,000? Okay. Ah, right, it doesn't deploy cannons there if it's not if there's not a cannon in front of them, which is weird, but what you gonna do? Foix's 3,000 troops eating attrition because coalition troops in their lands. Poor Foix, but shouldn't hurt them too badly. Oh wow, I think they actually lost manpower there. Oh, I should consider truces, right? Are any of those going soon that I would like to jump on? I mean, most of them are fighting us right now, but I wouldn't mind disassembling Venice a bit more. Their alliance with France is a pain, but... no, I should think about what I'm here to do, right? What I'm here to do is to culturally enrich the peninsula. And as soon as I can... 1599 I do Asteras, that's worth remembering. I should actually look at this and see where it could be done. Andalusian first and foremost. Yeah, okay. Not showing it because of the religions not being changed yet. Why do they think they can run? 20th. I arrived on the 20th as well, so it's actually not going to catch them unless we force march our way into there, because we're that keen on killing people. And trust me, we're that keen on killing people. Ah. Oh god, that's criminal, that is. Scattering like flies. Truce of Foix is up. It's a bit concerning because they could get support now. Relations pretty good there. I'll placate them a little bit. Heavens knows I have the prestige for it right now, just to ensure that they don't get support against me. Military access from GB. I don't like you that much. Oh, it's a terrible day to be you, Utrecht. And now, for whatever reason, Burgundy has decided to engage in my mountainous fort of death. They're about to learn why it's referred to as the mountainous fort of death. Okay, well, he made the wise decision to get out of dodge there. And sadly, I'm going to engage him on favourable terms for him. However, is it really favourable if they all die? He rolls good in the shock phase. We're good at defending against shock. And on the fire phase, we reign supreme. What a happy day for us. I'll step a bit back. Jake's getting super cocky now, thinking about fighting France in the middle of this war, says Wolf. Why would I not? It's advantage Andalusia. I just need to sit back and wait and I'll have won. Chartered companies. No, I need that dip for stuff right now. The downside is, yes, they do still have bottomless reserves, so I can't go on a happy journey to remove the HRE capitals. Are you going to ally again the traitorous Ottomans after the war? I think they've made clear that they don't like me, so we'll let that pass for now. A new settler chance is pretty damn good. Exile Island. They're being punished for their sins forevermore. It's a bit of a shame because that stops the gold from coming in, but what you gonna do? Just ask the Castilians what they're gonna do. They're getting ravaged. Supply limits aren't that good enough for you guys. Just move down one bit. Once that minus 30 from Coalition War is gone, it's a bad day to be Brandenburg because they're going to lose their money. I thought that was Aragon, but no, Foix. Of course you can have a royal marriage. Who's younger, me or you? You're 26, I'm 42. Let's make it happen. And another conversion, and another conversion. Excellent. The question then is, where else would I like to convert? Alright, that's a shame. I really do not want Venetian separatists revolting away from my subject there, to the point where I am going to help them out quite a bit. This should be a large enough force to save them. So first save their capital, then save Venice, or Venezia rather. Jake, how does the game treat the front line when you have multiple armies in a province? I don't know what you mean. Oh, how it puts it together? I don't think I have a satisfactory answer for that. Hey, if this can hold out, and at 45% thingamajigger, it might just. Do you mean how it allocates armies to each part of the front line? Because yeah, I certainly don't know the answer to that. Some stuff's happening under the hood. It's about as good as I can make it for you. Did I not make this into a... Wow, right, this needs to be a full-on state. This one already was. No provinces can be cored here, but why? I'm currently at war with Aragon, who still see it as their core lands, because they are that misled. Okay, well, I don't need to have religious unity strengthened here. And I need to ask myself, who will I just manually send out of here? Probably some of these Lyonnais guys. So now the Swiss and the Aragonese are taking a stab at me. Fair play to them, but I don't think it'll be enough. If I could land on Venezia quick enough to save that that siege, that would help me out a fair bit. I like Aquileia, I don't want them to be hurt like this. I mean, I obviously like them, I brought them back to life. Just two more and we're good. Oh, you're not getting that kind of money. I don't care if you hate me for it, but I'm not giving you all that dosh. Protests in Tangiers now. Look, I got prestige for days. So, Just eat it. Oh, nicely done. Look, when you're my subject, you get taken care of. Don't ever forget that. Also, I see what Aquileia just did. They thunked that claim on Venice. I think we could just eat France at the same time. I'm not scared. Are you scared? Thank you, please. All done. Shame it doesn't give me war score, but... Wait, what are the British doing here, other than costing me valuable war score? That's probably all they're doing there. Not that I'm too concerned, we already have our plus 40 from battles, and once we have 50 war score, we'll be able to dictate the peace deal. When you have below 50, there's still the minus 30 coalition war modifier on peace. Once that's gone, we get delicious peace, and no one bothers us again for a period of time. I could make a ballsy move on Brandenburg, but I won't. Weren't you meant to conquer Sicily like 10 years ago? Yeah, and Aragon's in this war. The cost of taking Sicily would be far more than I could ever reasonably get out of this coalition war, sadly. Oh yeah, and I'm reminded once again that the treacherous Great Britain did not join me in this war, because they were that scared of Danes. Imagine that, being scared of Danes. What year is this even? Well, once you guys have reinforced, I think it's time to go and chase the Swiss and Aragonese out of our lands again. Except I get no war score for it, and jeez. The occupations in Africa are counting for a wee bit. Alexandria and Montpellier. Wait, Alexandria? Ah, Tunis. Tunis is costing me a valuable war score there. I could go and clear them up, but I could also not. Aquitaine and Béarn now. That's a little unfortunate. But they are protected by the fort. And maybe the coalition will deal with that for me. Especially if I scare them off of here. But it's... that's putting the something before the something else. Let's just kill the rebels. 3,200 Castilians have died trying to siege a fort that they can't siege, says Woza. Serves them right. I agree. It does serve them right. Right, those occupations are actually costing me a fair bit because I have 52 war score and the occupations are costing 5 and blockades are counting a wee bit towards that, but I wish I wasn't quite so gung-ho about blockades when a massive navy is this close to them. But I wish for many things. All I need to do are kill the rebels in Aquitaine. Ooh, well, don't mind me. I'll take my. I will take my prestige back. So it might look that things are going really smoothly for me, despite this enormous coalition against me. This was planned for. The very moment I can actually detail this on the timeline. Okay, we've committed Bordigo galore, and then we cleaned it up, made our amazing comeback, and it was at this point that I knew what I had to do. There's a reason that despite the massive wars going on, I attacked both Castile and Aragon. I knew that in order to maintain a front against the massive coalition, I would have to secure these two forts and or Roussillon as well